Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Hi Mengwei. Thank you for joining. Thank you Vanessa for joining me. Hello Susan. Hi, it's both Insta and Facebook. All right. Hi Haiti, good afternoon. Hello Purvani. Hello C. Right. We'll just wait for a minute or two before we start. Hi Lillian. Hello Serena. Hello. Alright. So before we start, what I have kept with me, my mat with 3 blocks, but I would just be needing 2, not 3. I have kept it because I had many blocks at my place. So I have a strap, I have a hand towel. So keep the hand towel with you, keep the strap with you, and yes. So we are just gonna wait for a minute or so. Alright. I'm going to sit in the cross-leg position. My hands on the knees, I roll my shoulder blades back, letting the eyes stay closed, connecting with the breath. Try Ujjayi breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale, create the sound like a wave by constricting the throat, making the sound from epiglottis. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, just 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, one last. Inhale, exhale, with few blinks I open my eyes. Namaste, very warm welcome to all of you. I reach out to my strap. I prefer to start the therapy class with the strap, lot of shoulder opening stretches. So I grab the strap and I am going to maintain the hand position in a way that I can easily take my arms back and front without bending the elbows. So see, if you can take your arms back and front without bending the elbows. If something like this happens, that you are struggling and your elbows are bent just like me, then in that case you need to open the strap wider like me and then maintain this position. So choose the option. We are going to maintain the position that we can keep our elbows straight. Now from here, my hands holding the strap, I take my to the right side. So it's a left ribcage stretch. I make sure I am not folding forward this way. Instead, my left ribcage is lifted and I stretch. And then I come back to the center and I take my arms to the left, so it's a right ribcage stretch. And then come back to the center and again to the right. And come back to the center and again to the left. And come back to the center. 8 more times to the right. Just enjoy the stretch. And then center. And to the left. And to the center. 7 more. To the right. So I'm keeping my arms straight throughout. And to the center. And to the left. And to the center. 6 more. To the right. And to the center. To the left. And to the center. 5 more. To the right. And to the center. To the left. And to the center. 4 more. To the right. And to the center. To the left. And to the center. I know you would be feeling tired, but it's a nice opening to your ribcage. Arms to the right. And to the center. Arms to the left. And to the center. Last 2 times. Arms to the right. And to the center. Arms to the left. And to the center. One last time. To the right. And we hold. Just keep your eyes closed. We stay. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And we lift. Take the arms to the left and we hold. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And then we come back to the center. We release our hands first. We are not yet down with the strap, but we just move our shoulders to release any tension in the shoulders. And with the next breath, we again hold the strap. Now, place your hands in a way that your elbows are not bending when you take your arms back. So I lift my arms up this time. And without bending the elbows, I take my arms back. And then lift it up. And take it to the front. So entire shoulder rotation. We're just going to do 8 more times. Up and back. Up and front. 7 more. Up and back. Up and front. 6 more. Up and back. Up and front. 5 more. Up and back. Up and front. 4 last. Up and back. Up and front. 3 more. Up and back. Up and front. Last 2. Up and back. Up and front. And this time when we take our arms back, we try not to drop the arms behind. We maintain arms parallel to the floor like this and we stay. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then I come up. I'm going to do this one more time. I again take my arms behind, let my arms stay parallel to the floor, and I stay. Last 8. Last 7. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And then I lift my arms up and I release the strap. I move the shoulders again to the count of 5, to the count of 4, to the count of 3, to the count of 2 and 1, and we change the direction. So move your shoulders in the reverse direction now. Last 5. Last 4. Do it at your own pace. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And with the next breath, I come back to the center. I take my left arm behind my back. And I place my left hand in a way that my left palm is facing to the right side. So if you notice, this is the way my arm is placed, where my left palm is facing to the right side. So my left arm around the waist. If I need to, I will pull the left hand more with my right hand and then use the right hand to place it on your head and pull, so that your right ear is more closer to your right shoulder and you feel very good stretch in your left side of the neck. And you can feel free to keep your eyes closed or open, it's up to you. Just stay connected with the breath, enjoy the stretch. Just 2 more deep breaths in this position. And then with the next breath, I release my head and I release my left arm. I take my right arm behind this time. I can use my left hand to pull the right hand more front. So my right palm is facing to the left side. Now from here, use your left hand to pull the head so that your left ear is more closer to the left shoulder. And you get a good stretch to the right side of the neck. Just 2 more deep breaths in this position. And then with the next breath, I release my head. And from here, I remove the block. I come into the Narong pose like this. So the way I'm going to sit is my legs are down, my knees are on the mat, and I am going to place my sit bones over the heels. Now before I sit, what I do is I have taken this hand towel and I'm going to fold this hand towel. So you can fold and make it like a wrap. Any kind of wrap. So, and you place this folded hand towel just in this position that is behind your knees. So it will be placed on your calf and just behind your knees. And then with control, you slowly place your sit bones over the heels. Some may find it not good. Some will like it. It is a good relaxing to your calf muscles. So you can reduce the folds of the hand towel. If it is too rounded, then you can flatten it a little. Though I'm not liking it, but I know it is very good, so I'm just folding myself into this pose. Keeping my eyes closed. Finding my center again. Feel free if you are not comfortable in this pose. So those who have just now joined, what I have done is I have folded the hand towel and I have made this hand towel as a wrap and placed this folded hand towel on my calf, just behind my knees on my calf. And I am resting my sit bones over the heels. So, in order to distract your attention from its not so comfortable stretch position to a different stretch, so keep the folded hand towel on your calf. Just take your arms up and wrap your arms. So hold the opposite elbow. This helps to open up your shoulders. And then lean to the right. Lean to the right, and we just stay. So I have grabbed my opposite elbows and lean to the right, and stay. Just stay connected with the breath. Just 2 more deep breaths here. And then I come back to the center and I take my arms to the left side. The folded hand towel is still on my calf and I'm distracting my attention to my shoulders now. Just 2 deep breaths. And then I come back to the center. Now this was a position where I was holding my opposite elbow. Now I am going to switch my arms. So I have switched the arms. And then again lift the heart up first. And then again lean to the right. Just 2 more deep breaths here. And then I come back to the center. And then I take my arms to the left side. I'm holding the opposite elbows. The folded hand towel is still on my calf. Just 2 more deep breaths here. And then with the next breath, I come back to the center. I release my arms. I see if there is any uncomfortable position in my shoulders. So I first removed this hand towel, which was not so comfortable for me, but it's a good feel-good factor later. So now I will keep this hand towel to the side and I am going to grab 2 blocks with me. My position is same. I have flattened my foot in a way that my sole of the foot is facing up. And I am going to place these blocks just close to my heels. Now my blocks are not that hard. If your blocks are hard, avoid putting the blocks on the heel. My blocks are quite soft like cushion. Yes. So if your blocks are hard, you can put the folded hand towel or the folded bed sheet on the heels and then you can rest your sit bones over the heels. So when I place my sit bones over the heels, so I just need 1 block and 1 block I have placed on together on both the heels and I'm sitting over the heels. So this provides a lot of comfort to my heels and I feel very good in my heels. Especially when you're tired usually when you walk a lot, but now in these situations when we are at home we hardly walk. But it is always good when somebody presses our heels, so if there is nobody around to press, we can actually pamper ourselves by placing the block over the heels and then rest the sit bones over the block like me. And this is very, very good. You feel a lot good. Now, when you're sitting in this position, we are going to maintain the same position where the block is still over the heel or the hand towel or the folded bed sheet, and then we take the arms up. Now I'm going to hold. If you notice, my arms are this way. My palms are facing each other. Now I'm going to cross my arms and interlace the fingers. So I cross my arms and my palms are facing each other and I interlace my fingers. And then from there, I take my arms to the right and I just maintain the stretch. So again, it's a stretch to your left rib cage. Your arms are moving on to the right. Your stretch is to your left sideways and the left rib cage. And you feel a lot good in your heels. And you just stay. If you do not prefer to keep the hand towel or the bed sheet or the block, you can put a cushion or the bolster over the heels or the pillow. It's up to you. Just 2 more deep breaths here. And then I come back to the center and with the same arm position, I'm going to take my arms to the left side. So it's a stretch to my right sideways and right rib cage. Just 2 more deep breaths here. And then I come back to the center, I release my hands. I release the block also. And release if my sole of the foot was facing up. So that means my toes were pointed like this. So I'm going to give myself counter stretch by flexing the foot. If you're not sure, just have a look. These are called as flex foot and these are called as pointed. So we are just going to do flex and point the toes. Just 3 more times. Flex and point. Last 2 times, flex and point. 1 last time, flex and point. And then I release the position, I come up. My knees are still down on the mat. My left knee is down. I extend the right leg to the right side. So I am going into the gate pose. Right foot toes pointing up. You can choose to put your right hand on the right shin or you can choose to put the block closer to the right shin. And lift the left rib cage. Left arm reaches over the ear. Make sure your rib cage is not leaning to the front like this. Instead, you keep it lifted. And if you prefer to keep your eyes closed, close your eyes or let it stay open. Just 4 more deep breaths here. Keep your left arm close to the left ear. And then I slowly lift myself up. Bringing the right knee down onto the mat. Extending the left leg to the left side. Left foot toes pointing up. You can choose to put your left palm on the left shin or a block closer to the left shin like me. And then lift your right rib cage. Right arm reaches over the ear. Just 4 more deep breaths here. And then with the next breath, we will lift ourselves up. So I remove the block to the sides. I am going to go into the down dog position. Press the palms, lift the knees, heels pressing the mat into the down dog. Now bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight. Left heel pressing down, your belly more closer to the right thigh as you are already lifting your right heel and you are on the ball of your right foot and your left foot is flat on the mat. Just 2 more deep breaths here. And then we switch the legs, so we press the right heel. We bend the left knee. Belly is closer to the left thigh. And we are on the left ball of the feet. And right foot is flat on the mat. One more deep breath. And we press the heels on the mat. And we start walking our feet to the front. And we come to the standing position. So we are standing tall in Tadasana, that's a mountain pose. From Tadasana, we put our hands on the waist. And we are going to fall forward from the hip joints. Now, once I fall forward from the hip joints, I will stay in the place where my back goes parallel to the floor. My back is parallel to the floor and I maintain this position. My knees are locked, my hips are over the heels, my gaze is slightly to the front. Just 2 more deep breaths here. And with the next breath, we lift ourselves up. So I'm going to go into the same position again, but with the block. So how I keep 2 blocks towards the front. My hands on the waist again. Inhale, I first lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward from the hip joints. And I will stay in the position where my back is flat. And I am going to put my palms on the block. So palms on the block, your back flat. and you just stay. Maintain the gaze slightly to the front. Avoid rounding of the spine like me. Instead, try to let your shoulders go away from the ears and maintain. Keeping the palms on the block. Start bending your elbows. So try that you avoid rounding of the spine. Try keeping your palms on the block and try that your spine stays lengthened and your belly starts getting closer to the thigh. Anytime you feel your spine is rounded, come back into the starting position where your palms are on the block, your back is flat, parallel to the floor. Just 2 more deep breaths here. And with the next breath, lift the head and slowly come up into the standing position again. From this position, we are going to come down to the mat, into the sitting position. And I'm going to let my legs go apart. How apart? Around 4 feet distant apart. 4 feet distant apart. Now from here, first we put our hands behind the head and interlace the fingers. And you keep your toes pointing up and you start the spine, keep your spine lengthened and twist to your left. And then you come back to the center, keeping your spine lengthened and you twist to the right. And you come back to the center and you twist to the left. And you come back to the center and you twist to the right. Just 3 more times. Come back to the center and twist to the left. And come back to the center and twist to the right. Last 2 times, come back to the center and twist to the left. And back to the center and twist to the right. One last time, come back to the center and twist to the left. Back to the center and twist to the right. And then I come back to the center. Round your spine and create arch, lengthen. My feet are still wide apart, 4 to 5 feet distant apart. I this time take my arms parallel to the floor and I twist to the left side and I touch my right hand to the left sole of the foot and I fold. My left arm is reaching back, my right hand is reaching to the left sole of the foot and I'm folding forward towards the left leg. Both the legs are straight and with the inhale I lift myself up and with the exhale I take my left hand to the right sole of the foot and I fold forward towards the right leg. And again I lift myself up and fold towards the left times lifting up. 4 towards the left leg. Lifting up, so we are not in a hurry, we are doing it slow so that we gain benefits of folding at the same time keeping the spine lengthened. Just 3 more times, lifting up and fold towards the left leg. And lifting up and fold towards the right leg. Last 2 times, lifting up and fold towards the left leg. Lifting up and fold towards the right leg. One last time, lifting up and fold towards the left leg, and I stay here for a while. Last 8, last 7, last 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and I lift and I fold towards the right leg and stay. Last 8, last 7, last 6, last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and fold 1, and I lift up. From this position, I am going to bend the right knee and placing the right foot in a way that my right sole of the foot is outside the right hip. Now, from here, this is fine. You can bend your right knee, right sole of the foot, close to the right hip. You bend your left knee, and your left sole of the foot is placed to the inner right thigh, like how we place our foot when we are into the tree pose. So this is alignment. If you're not sure, just have a look. Bending the right knee this way. Bending the left knee, left sole of the foot touching to my right thigh. And then from there, I will start twisting to the left side. So twist to the left. And I see if I can bring my both the palms down behind. And I see if I can bring my elbows down. Maintain the twist and be safe. It's fine if you cannot bring your elbows down. Twist is important. We maintain. Just stay. Just breathe. Connect with the breath. side as well. So bending your left knee this time. Left foot outside the left hip. Bending the right knee, right sole of the foot touching to the inner left thigh. From here, I'm going to twist to the right side first. I'll try to bring my right palm down, my left palm down as well. My right elbow down, I try maintaining the twist. It is not important to bring your elbows down. Try keeping your sit bones closer to the mat. More the sit bones are closer to the mat, more deeper is the twist. Just 5 more deep breaths here. And with the next breath, pressing the palms, lifting yourself up and coming back into the sitting position. I extend my leg, so my right leg is to the right side, bending the left knee, left foot closer to the right hip joint. Place your right palm on the right shin or grab your right big toe. Completely lifting your left rib cage, left arm reaches over. It's fine if you cannot grab the big toe. You can simply keep your left arm over the ear like this. Left rib cage lifted and we maintain. Just 2 more deep breaths. And with the next breath, we lift ourselves up. Bending the right knee, right foot closer to the left hip joint. Extending the left leg to the left side. Left foot toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Left palm on the left shin or grabbing the left big toe. Bending the left elbow, lifting the right rib cage, right arm reaches over. And we maintain. Just 2 more deep breaths here. keep my left leg to the left side, right leg to the right side. Now from here, some people find this position too challenging. They are not able to fold forward. So in that case, we are going to put the folded hand towel or the bed sheet under the sit bone. So this will give you the lift and you will find yourself more comfortable to fold. And then once you place the folded hand towel under your sit bones, you can choose to put the block towards the front like me. And you can put your elbows on the block. This is to avoid rounding of the spine. So you keep your spine lengthened and then you fold forward. You can choose to bring your belly closer to the mat, but make sure you are keeping your spine lengthened. Others who find it difficult and the spine is usually rounded when they fold, I would advise them to maintain the position like me. I am using the prop as a block. My sit bones, under my sit bones there is a bed sheet, or you can say folded hand towel. My toes are pointing up towards the ceiling and I just stay. We're just going to stay here for a few more deep breaths. Just 2 more deep breaths here. With the next breath, I lift myself up. I remove the bed sheet or the folded hand towel from my sit bones. I bring my legs closer and lay down on the back. Keeping 2 blocks to my side. So keeping the 2 blocks to the side. I am keeping my knees bent. I lift the sit bones and place 2 blocks under my sit bones. So into this position, I am into Setu Bandhasana, that is the bridge pose. So my hips are over the blocks. And lifting one leg up, lifting another leg up. And I maintain. Make sure you do not look to the sides. Keep your gaze up. This pose works more like how we are laying down on a back and we put our legs up on the wall. So it's a restorative pose. There is a lot of fresh blood flowing from the toes till our head. You're just going to stay here for 5 more deep breaths. So if you do not have blocks, you can keep the pillows or the bolster under the sit bones. And from this position, since my sit bones are already lifted, I will use my hands to lift the hips, or if I can simply press my palms on the mat toes off the block and I move into the block pose. If your toes doesn't touch the mat, it is completely fine. You can keep your toes slightly off the mat or wherever it can reach. Just 2 more deep breaths. With the next breath, slowly bring the sit bones over the block the way we started. We are again into the restorative pose. We're going to stay here for 2 deep breaths first. And with the next breath, we bend our knees, place the feet down on the mat, lift the sit bones and remove the block. After the claw pose, we need to get the counter pose, and that is fish pose. So hands comes under the hips, lift the upper back, drop your head and chin is pointing up. And then we come back to the center and we simply drop our knees to the left, look to the right, give ourselves spinal twist. And we drop the knees to the right, turn our head to the left, and the spinal twist. You need to stay longer in the spinal twist, but I need to say goodbye to you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Thank you.